For my title sequence, I had many different ideas. I didn't know where to start, but to start with, I made a mind map, and I had a mind map of all of the different genres that I was thinking of covering, and the genre that I chose was adventure thriller. And once I'd figured out the genre that I wanted and figured out the sorts of things that I wanted in my opening sequence, I could then figure out what I wanted my title sequence to be. And in my title sequence, I had the idea of a tree where from each branch there would be a piece of wood hanging that would say directed by or produced by, and it would move around the tree. It would start off with one branch and go around, and then at the end of the title sequence I would have the name of the opening sequence carved into the trunk. And I started all the planning, I did a storyboard, and then I soon realised that I'd just bitten off more than I could chew. I didn't know how much effort and how much hard work it would be to be able to create this. I would have to be able to carve wood, I'd have to solder, I'd have to find the perfect tree, and it just made the situation a lot harder. So then I went back to the drawing board and I started thinking about other new ideas that I could do, and I came up with, because I've got in my opening sequence a mystery man that no one knows, so I decided to add the thriller element into my opening sequence, to have some tracking shots of the mystery man walking and in the darkness, because in the opening sequence it's quite light-hearted, like the children are playing, they've got a map, but I wanted to add in the scary factor that would draw the audience in. So I then made tracking shots of the man where he was walking, and I decided that I wanted to add some animation element into it and to be able to do some sort of editing that was quite tricky. So I decided that I was going to do motion tracking, and I was going to motion track the titles to it. And to start with, I was quite apprehensive about this because I have absolutely no clue about how to motion track or edit using After Effects, but I watched quite a few YouTube videos, and this really helped me and encouraged me to know that it was possible to do. So I started off with just a regular iPhone and a stabilising piece of equipment to film the tracking shots, and soon after we did this I realised that the footage was grainy and it just wasn't the quality that I wanted it to be. So about a week later I had a proper camera with stabilising equipment built into the camera, and I had an LED light strapped to the top of it, which then helped keep the footage in focus and not grainy, and it went much better. And I had shots from the side, I had shots from behind, which then gave me more chance to use titles in a different way and make it more interesting. And yeah, so I think that's worked really well.